Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Tri-State, powered by Home Right Windows and Doors, the right choice, winner in the 2024 Best of the Tri-State Awards.
From the Franklin County Visitor Bureau, we have Becky Kellerman and Leisa McCracken, one of my favorite last names.
Oh, thank you.
And Tiny and I have been saying a lot over the past few weeks since we've been doing the show, how impressed we are with all the activities that Franklin County has. I mean, it's just a plethora and vast events and so much to do for everybody. But let's start and just really focus on the Festival of Trees for right now. So talk to us about that. Walk us through that event.
Well, the Festival of Trees started 6 years ago. And what we do, we supply outside businesses, individuals, however it be, with trees, wreaths, and then they decorate them to their heart's desire. And then all of the proceeds, we have bidding, actually, and we have voting, which kind of gives you, if you win the votes, the most votes, it gives you bragging rights, of course. But then all those proceeds go to the Cumberland Valley Breast Cancer Alliance. So that's really great.
And it's free. It's free admission. You just or $1.
That's the dollars are for the votes, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's free admission, but the votes are four for $1, and then you just vote for your favorite tree or wreath. And then the silent auction, you just put in whatever amount you want, and hopefully you win, or somebody else outbid you.
Yeah.
How many trees and wreaths do you have?
How many do we have this year?
We have almost 80.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Was it tough to find space to fit all of them? Is that an issue?
No,
You have
we have
plenty of
room
space?
for
We
more.
have, yes.
Oh, well,
we
there
have
we go.
room for more, and we're hoping for more next year.
Challenge laid down for 2025, no doubt.
Yes.
Where did the trees come from?
We buy them, and some of them are donated, but we buy them throughout the year. And then whenever you put in your silent auction bid, then you get the tree and the decorations, or your wreath and the decorations.
There's
put
some
on
extra
together.
goodies with trees and wreaths as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of different perks.
This might be a silly question, but I'm just trying to think about this logistically. So if they're decorating the tree, how does the tree then get into the facility? Don't all the decorations come down or break as it's in transport?
If the tree is 5 feet or less, you can take it off site and decorate.
Okay.
If the larger ones, we have everybody, you have to come in to decorate.
And we have a few 7.5-foot trees that have been decorated.
That
Yeah.
seems like such a fun thing
Oh, yeah.
to do
I would
as a
think so, yeah.
business and camaraderie.
Yeah,
And
a lot of fun.
and
A lot
you
of work, a lot of fun.
I'm sure. And you don't have to say, but do you have a favorite? Do you have one that really sticks out to you?
Maybe.
Every year there's one
Yeah.
that you really like.
And does that one typically place very high? Or is it just that's your personal favorite and just...
Well, right now there's a couple. As I went and looked today, there's one that I would have never imagined that's placing very high. And to be honest, I can't even give you the name of who's done that. But anyhow, yeah.
We're happy to have the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You were, if I'm understanding correctly, people can bid on the trees, correct?
Yes.
And they keep the tree and
The ornaments.
ornaments. Do some businesses, and I ask this because years ago I remember a similar festival of trees where businesses would decorate, but businesses would include on as part of the decorations perhaps gift cards.
Yes, there's.
And that happens here as well.
That's what
That's
there's
great.
more perks to some of the trees and wreaths. Yes.
Sure, that's great. I love that. Yeah, it was.
Some of them have gift cards on it.
There were one that I did, and they didn't. It was believe me, it was not a silent auction. I can tell you that. They would take this so seriously that I had to become the auctioneer.
Okay.
And make jokes at people and prod them, come on, get this. But they were, and I'm sure this is the case at the Franklin County Visitors Bureau, is that they were loaded with services and gift cards and come in for a tune-up if it was a car dealership, or it was just it was so nice what they did. So
That's
I imagine it's the same
awesome.
thing. Yeah.
And I haven't seen this, so I'm trying to visualize what it looks like in my head, but I can imagine it's pretty impressive, and people go all out with some of the trees.
Yeah.
I think the advent too of pardon the pun, of Amazon having such a plethora of things that you can do, and I say that because my wife just saw, and she's getting these for my daughter to give to her teachers, the clear ornaments that have nothing in them, and you can fill them with whatever you want.
yes.
So things like that I'm sure, allow people to make very custom trees for them. which has to be it's a symbol of pride, really. It's an advertisement for your business.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When does the Festival of Trees end?
This Saturday.
Oh, it's this Saturday.
Saturday
Okay.
at noon is when the cutoff is for bids, votes, all of that.
And the hours to view the trees are up until then? What are they?
Until today and tomorrow, 8 until 4:30. Then Friday will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Saturday will be open from 9 until noon.
Yes.
Now, on Saturday, since that ends the Festival of Trees and obviously would end the silent auction, is everyone encouraged to be present at that time for that?
Your presence isn't required, but if you would like a chance to get your tree, pick up your tree or your wreath, sure.
Yeah.
Be there.
I'm just imagining.
And hope that you are the one that won.
I would want to be there front and center.
There
making
may
sure
be
I
a
got
bidding
mine.
war at the
Yeah.
end. We've been a party to that before, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Yes.
How much money in years past has this raised for charity?
Last year, I think it was around 7,000.
Okay.
Yes. So we're always hoping to outdo that because it's going for a good cause.
How are we looking this year?
I really don't even have an estimate for you, to be honest. I really couldn't tell you. It'll get a little more wild as we get
yeah, I'm
closer.
sure.
So.
I was so upset. I was right across the street last weekend from the Festival of Trees.
Oh,
I was
okay.
outside for the downtown
Small business.
Small
Saturday.
Business Saturday. Thank you. And I had to leave immediately to get to my next event. But everybody that walked in, when they came out, they were so happy.
Oh,
You could
that's
really tell that they were impressed. They had a really great time, and people were spending a lot of time in there. And I really wanted to pop in there and see it before I left.
Well, good to know. Good
And
to
at the
know.
very least, it is such a nice seasonal event. Maybe you're not going to vote on a tree, but just to be able to walk through and put yourself in that Christmas spirit and that mindset of seeing 80 trees that are uniquely decorated, probably something would inspire you to bid, I'm sure. But speaking of the bidding, is there an online presence for the trees?
Yes, there is.
Okay. And how do people go about that? I'm assuming your website, but take us through that as if anybody doesn't know anything about where to go.
You would go to explorefranklincountypa.com, and you can see on there's Festival of Trees. There's a button on there. It says check bids, and there you can see the picture and description of every tree and wreath, and then what their current bid is. And then if you want to place a bid yourself, there's an email address on there.
Great.
That you can place the bid either by email, or you can call us by phone, or of course come in person, and you could.
That was going to be my question. Is there an online option to at least inform someone, hey, here's my
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's all, even our hours and everything is posted right there for you to see.
Speaking of online, can you vote online and with the
You
dollar?
would have to email.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, you couldn't even vote.
No, you
It's
can't
only
vote.
bids. Only bids. Excuse me. Yes, it would only be bids. If you wanted to vote, you would have to come personally.
Do you want to, we have a couple minutes left, do you want to shout out some of the businesses who decided to be a part of it this year?
Go ahead, Becky.
We can go through some of the businesses, and then we can also, there's a couple partners that we have too that
Great.
we're working on. But some of the businesses that we have are like the CTAs, are Certified Tourism Ambassadors, Friends of Letterkenny. There's Cumberland Valley Christian School, Warm Spring Day Spa. There's Order of the Eastern Star. We have individuals, the Dial family, Joshua and McKenna that did a tree. We have Shippensburg Historical. We have the Shoebox Supply Store. So we have a lot of different
Really runs
varieties.
the gamut of businesses.
Right,
Yeah.
that have stepped up to decorate. And we also have partnered with Cleansing Garden Center. They donated some of the poinsettias.
Oh, great.
The Franklin County Career Tech Teens and Greens, they have some pine arrangements that they made, and then they're also opening today for their stand so that people can go there and get all kinds of Christmas arrangements and things, poinsettias. Salvation Army, we have the angel tree for them, and they also have the bell that'll come, the kettle that'll come. Cumberland Valley Model Railroad set up a small display for trees.
Very nice.
Fun.
It is nice.
And so we also have partnered with Homeless Matters, where they're collecting different items that are needed.
I saw that there were some donation items that on the website
Yes,
that
they are
you were
located,
asking
yes.
for, like hats and gloves and scarves and
Yes.
different things like that.
You guys are really checking all the boxes.
Yeah,
so thank
it's
you for
great.
what you do. I think that's amazing.
We think it's Terrific.
Aww.
Wow.
Well, thank you for having
Yes,
us. We
of course.
appreciate
On
it.
that note, don't even try. We have pun wars all the time, and he always tries
fine,
to
I'm
out-pun
fine.
me. You're going to let me end with that one then.
Ornament to be your pun day.
See, I knew it. Just another bark in the kennel. Bark like on a tree.
Sure.
Okay, we'll just leave that there.
Well, what do you call an old snowman? A glass of water.
Oh no.
Had to throw that in
Well
there.
played.
I was really racking my brain on that one too.
I love that.
Well, Becky and Leisa, thank you so much for joining
Sure,
us.
thanks
and
for having us.
Of course.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.